Is this thing on? Hello, is this thing on? Welcome to the first episode of, yeah, you guys see the black candles? You see the black candles down underneath me? Welcome to the first episode of Initiative and Intrigue. Thank you all for coming. Bonjour. Yes, hello. Just a quick introduction of all of us and the lovely cast. Hello, my name is Alex Baum. So nice to meet you. I do Dungeons and Dragons stuff here on Twitch, and I also noodle around with D&D. Nothing really ever keeps our attention. The only thing that's kept our attention so far was if a gelatinous cube, to eat a gelatinous cube is vegan or not, and it's still up for debate, by the way. But I do TikTok, I do this, and this is my child, so thank you from the bottom of my heart, for being here. You have no idea. You have no idea what it means to me that you guys are here. I am like trying not to cry. So I'm not gonna cry because I refuse to cry. We're gonna go ahead and go around the wheel and introduce everyone. We're gonna start with Lion.
Hi, I'm Lion, also known as I Put the Power in Rangers. You've seen me around the community a lot. Really glad to be here.
And then Dom.
Hi, my name's Dominic. I've been tooling around on TikTok a lot, doing the Arcane Help Desk stuff. So, and I'm super excited to be here and be an emo tiefling.
An emo tiefling, yes. Justin.
Hi, I am Justin. I am a best-selling author for D&D 5e content and a host at Crit Academy D&D discussion podcast.
Which I have been on 3 times now? I think
so.
Yeah. Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm just some guy. But you can find me at twitch.tv/hoopsley or Twitter at hoopsley_. I'm just a friend.
And then Sphinx.
Hi, I'm Sphinx Akasha, also known on TikTok as Circle DM. I am a content creator and DM and host of the Agents of the Circle D&D podcast.
Yeah, and then Happy.
I'm Happy. I am a stay-at-home dad, and other than that, not much. I'm on TikTok as Happy_Heathens, and that's pretty much it. Here for the fun.
Yep. And it is going to be fun. If you do not know, in the audience, the people that are watching right now, all of you, hello. If you are not aware, you're in a race against these guys. To collect black candles. And if you see below, if you do collect a black candle of some sort, like if you follow or if you, give a donation or anything like that, black candles will appear underneath me, thanking you, letting you know that you've counted as a black candle. And if you get enough black candles, you will revive Umbra Daituus, the god of death and revenge, who was split apart. If you would like to know more about candles, you can absolutely do !candles, just like Zach just did, because he's cool. And yeah, that's kind of the interactive part. And I just want to take a second to say that I made sure that there were more free ways than paid ways to get candles, because I ain't about that paywall shit. So yeah, if you absolutely would love to just meet the demise of these lovely players, and make them go onto what I like to call what Tomb of Annihilation is the one that gave me this meat grinder mode. That's from Tomb of Annihilation. If you wanna go on meat grinder mode with these guys, and make their lives living hell, go ahead and collect candles. Now, whenever in the middle of this episode, at some point, I am going to send out a poll on Twitch. This poll is how you get candles for being present. If you don't make that poll, don't worry. Just go to the YouTube VODs, and you'll be able to get candles that way as well by commenting and liking and all that kind of stuff. But to get polls for get candles for being present, I'm going to send out a poll halfway through, and you will have to say something. The poll isn't actually for anything. It's just because it gives me a count, and I get to look at it at the end of stream. Like, it gives me it in my analytics and stuff. So, yeah, that's how. Now, I just wanted to know, does anybody have any questions before we get started? Are higher subscription tiers worth more candles? Yes. One subscription of a 1 tier is worth 5. One subscription of it's basically like $5, $10, $15. It's the same thing. So basically $1 a subscription. Think of it like that.
Hey, I saw someone in the chat mention the music was loud.
Yeah, I turned it down. Is it better now? How many candles do we need in total? Jensen will not tell you. Jensen is the leader, or the leader of the Black Rose Society, which the front is called the Dead Rose Society, and you're supposed to be like scholars, but you're actually the Black Rose Society. Music is good now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, it's gonna be super fun. Well, why are you so awesome? I don't know, Aizen. Why are you so awesome? You're the reason I have this mic, bro. You're the reason why music is so easy to figure out. Well, if y'all don't mind, do you just got wrapped up in prep? Totally understand. You didn't miss anything? We are just about to begin. I do want to say that my stream, I just want to let everyone know, give a little warning, my stream is set to 18 and older, which means if I learn that you are under the age of 18 in here, and if I learn you're under the age of 18 because you say something in Twitch, I have to ban you. So, thank you, Dallas, so much for the 50. Hello, Dallas. So, all right. And with that, how about we get started, boys? What do you think?
Let's go.
Let us get cooking.
All right.
We are very excited for this.
If you insist.
Okay.
So we start out in the best of places to start out a D&D game. In a whorehouse. In a brothel. The best of places to start out a D&D game. For you see, all of you owe something, or know, the voluptuous, the lovely, the most ravishing, Mistress Mandy. Mistress Mandy is a red dragonborn in charge of the Sanfo Cafe. Sanfo is Cantonese, and it deleted it. It stands for wildfire. Currently, right now, you are all kneeling right next to each other, never having met before, but all being beckoned to Mistress Mandy's call. You are standing in front of her in her office as she is wearing a ruby red silken robe, and standing in the corner, looking quite perturbed, but all the same, he always looked perturbed, you only know him as Archer. He always has a bow at ready, and you know, because you've seen it before, he is very accurate. Mistress Mandy stands before you, her arms folded, one of them fanning herself. She looks down at you and says, "Two lovers lost to one another, of no fault but their own. Umbraditus was the most powerful of powerful gods, because they could do something no other god could, feed themselves. It turned out that the god of death and revenge were twin flames, who when together would never go out. The other gods had to rip them apart as the threads tore their poor soul tore two into two. And now Cataidios and Dortuus are nothing more than simple gods and star-crossed lovers. They are forbidden from communicating, however. They do send gifts from time to time, and as a show that they are still thinking of one another. Really, it's quite a touching love story. This is why I have brought the 6 of you here. We have all walks of life. A monk with a special weapon, and he turns towards Dak.
Hi. You see, Dak will nod. He is a young, skinny dwarf. He wears a bright pink shirt with a over red plaid jacket. He says, really, thanks for this job opportunity. I'm feeling really great about this. Not exactly sure what I'm doing, but appreciate it.
A wizard with a different point of view. And turns to Mordecai.
I'm just really happy to be here amongst friends and that I haven't actually met yet. Mordecai's dressed in just plain brown clothes, like a long duster vest, brown bowler cap. He's got a shorter beard than mine, quite a bit shorter, and under the breast pocket, or in his breast pocket of his jacket, there comes a slight rustling and movement of his familiar.
A sorcerer who knows more than he lets on, and turns to Chiron.
Madam, I'm sure there's a good reason for having me here. And Chiron is dressed very much like this. He is a red-skinned tiefling with solid silver eyes. Long hair, graying in the beard, and he's very often very straight-faced, like just.
I'm sorry, I lost my thought. A cleric, no less. And he turns to Badru.
Badru is dressed in light scale mail armor, silver and black, with a feathered cape, for a feather mantle cape. He is tall, dark, with long dreads that reach down mid-back, and he's got amber eyes. He's very human presenting, and at his side is a loot case. And he nods. I expect that we will figure out exactly why we have been summoned here.
And a halfling who has somehow stayed in my house for a time. And he turns to Brooke.
Brooke is very short, very fair of skin, soft of face. At a glance, you'd mistake him for a 6-year-old. But after looking for a little longer, he is no doubt a halfling. The big feet and the lack of shoes would give that away. He has thick, curly blonde hair, and looks like he has never seen combat in his life. He looks like a sweet, bright-eyed little boy. And he is clad in like pristine leather armor, or like padded armor, with a little scarf around his neck. And he looks around at the others very nervously, and says, "Listen, these all look like a pretty unsavory lot. I think maybe I've wandered into the wrong place here."
You've been in the wrong place your entire time. Now, you see, gentlemen, I have been tasked with a task, and therefore you have been tasked with a task. And she smiles a really toothy smile, and you can see all of her sharp, sharp teeth. She nods over to the archer in the back, and he presents her with a little box that has gold circles around it, and you can see that there is also an imprinting of a rose on each one of the faces of the box. She comes over to you and very delicately, like the most beautiful, innocent, quiet delicateness, leans, that you know is a lie, leans over and opens the box. And inside, you see none other than a tiny, about the size of a tennis ball, tortoise. Do you know what this is?
This looks like stew.
How could I forget about my fine chef? And she looks at Brick.
Yes. Brick is very concerned right now. He may have left stove on. And he's been thinking about it since he got here. Brick is a half orc with red skin, big lower teeth that jut up over his top lips, wonderful white apron, often covered in blood, and a nice chef's hat. But his most outstanding feature is his massive turtle shell that's on his back that doubles as not only his maul, but a cooking pot.
This is not for you to cook or for you to wear. This is a gift. This is a gift from Dortuus. You see, I have been tasked with delivering a gift from Dortuus to Kadaidios. Her domain, where she touched the world and where you can actually reach contact with her from the material plane, is hidden somewhere in the mountains of Queldrim, the land of the Dragonborn. However, as you all know, I cannot leave my establishment, my home, the place where I belong. And you hear from the back the archer go, "Yeah, that's because you're in charge, sheep." I need you to deliver this tortoise to Kadaidios' domain.
Yeah, that seems easily we can do that.
And then you can consider your debt to me repaid, and whatever you needed from me, and she looks at like Kai and Mordecai, will be granted. Including you, Vadru. So, do we have a deal?
I think I need a question answered. So, turtle not for stew,
No.
liver.
Turtle is for deliver, and once you deliver, I will get you that little thing that you are wanting.
Ersik Lowlander, you eat turtle, you don't deliver turtle, but I help you anyway.
This is an auspicious task for such a large group of hale and hearty adventurers.
Well,
What are you
I'm
not
under
telling
suspicion
us,
that is
madam?
something. Yes, that.
why don't you make the first roll of the game? Why don't you roll a persuasion roll?
Well,
Oh yes, for people who are subscribed, you will see that there is a blessed. There's a blessed RNG emote. Feel free to spam that. Ooh, oh my, oh. She looks at you and goes, "Kai, I'm surprised you don't already know about this. Being so clever." Kadaidios is known to protect what is hers, so that others do not come and find it, and so her domain is protected.
By what?
I don't know. But I bet whatever it is, it would be delicious.
I bet it would. Point me in direction. Do we know where this is at? Anybody got a map?
And then you see her lips, whenever you're like, "Where is this?" You see her lips kind of I don't know. And you can see that, like, actually, like, hurts her.
I giggles. Just
Yes, I do not know where her domain is. The people of Yao keep it very secret.
So, what was the name of the person we are delivering this to?
You are delivering it to the god of revenge, Kadidios.
Adios.
Dropping it off.
Brick looks over to the rest of his newly found companions. Ah, we got delivery. Anybody know who might know where we are going?
not a clue.
Yes, this is very new for me as well.
I've only been in town here a couple weeks myself before I got.
I'm not a cartographer.
I mean, I am.
Would you happen to have any clues?
Unfortunately, no. I can help us mapping so we don't get lost, but don't know where it is off the top of my head. My trick is, when you go from town to town, typically meeting people, each person has their own little story that'll add spice.
Ah, Dwarf is right, I think. Maybe we go talk to people who may know, if we do not know. What people will know? I do
think
not
that
know
would be
this.
wise.
That is a very
Supposedly, the people of Yao know, and you need to talk to the right people to get the right information, but you have a few in your little troop that are good at speaking.
Yo, did you hurt yourself? Do you need medical attention?
Not him.
Yao was in the city, the city.
Oh, I get this. I understand now.
Yes.
Okay.
I assume we know where Yao is.
So, yes, right now you are in Quadrim, and you are basically halfway in between the capital, Tongsu, and Yao, which is a mountainous city that is built up right against the mountainside. And actually, it hosts the tunnel underneath the holy mountain, Mount Tankian. If you get that reference, you're awesome. The holy mountain, Mount Tankian, it hosts the tunnel underneath. One of the tunnels... There's 3 sections of the tunnels. One is to the land of the humans, one is to the land of the dragonborn, and one is to the land of the dwarves. They didn't want to disturb the holy mountain, so they went underneath it.
Interesting.
So just to be clear,
Practical.
we're talking about a complete forgiveness of all trespasses if this mission is done.
Is that what you would want, dear?
Well, it'd be nice to be able to do my own thing and not be under the thumb of even someone as breathtaking as yourself. I think it might be about time for me to get out of this town once this is done, I think.
I think so. I think traveling to Yao would be lovely for all of you.
All right. I agree with the human with the magic over there. I agree with him, I think. How do we get there? Do we walk?
And all of you, which you're going to have to make decisions for yourself of if the people who have been here for a long time know what this means. But from underneath you, you hear ding ding, and Archer immediately gets up and starts heading for the door. And
A huge look of joy appears on Dak's face as he turns to Miss Maddie, saying, "May I please be excused for a moment?"
You can talk to your friend after he is done with his job. For now, why don't you get to know each other while I go deal with things? And she has another really toothy grin.
As she goes to sort of walk away, Brooke's gonna kind of chase after a few feet. Madam, are you sure you want me to do this? These guys? I could sweep up. I'm so good at sweeping up. You know I'm really good at sweeping up. I could just keep doing that.
I know you are, but It's time for you to find your feet. And stand tall. Your feet are big after all.
That last part seemed like a jab.
Maybe it was. I must go. She winks at you and walks off. And you are
Very
now
nervously watches.
alone with this live turtle, because the tortoise is alive. It's a little sulcata tortoise baby, and it's alive inside of the thing, like munching on a leaf. And you have a moment to yourself in this dim lit dark wood room.
Hey,
Man.
look, just to be clear, I'm not really comfortable with the way that Brick is looking at the tortoise. We may want to keep the box just slightly out of reach.
I'm
give it to
sick
the
of
kid.
Lowlander. I'm trustworthy, it's fine. But if any accidents did happen and it died, I figure we put it to good use anywhere, I think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm
I
glad you
Man.
agree.
hope that does not happen.
I have a thing about it, and I missed my chance. That sucks.
Something
have
is.
You have a thing?
Yeah, my friend. That was my friend. It's maybe if we were here long enough, I'll get another chance to do it.
I am still a bit concerned about this excursion. I feel like we are. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm not an errand boy.
Why?
I
Was
am
it
an errand boy.
adventurer?
That's sort of my whole deal is I'm the errand boy. So actually, I could we could exchange tips or something.
Yeah, honestly, if it gets me out from
Lovely.
under Miss Mandy's thumb, it'd be great to just get this done. I'm sure it'll be super easy, no complications whatsoever, and just
On that note, if I
Why
could actually
would you
grab
say
that
that?
turtle.
Out loud.
Yeah. Also, I don't know. Like we did a short thing, but yeah. My name is Dane Dorcas Dirkson, but my friends all call me Dak, so you all can call me Dak.
What's up
Wonderful.
with Dak?
all right.
Is no one else going to introduce themselves?
Durable dips and
We're getting there.
Yeah.
all right. So
Well, it would seem that we are all stuck together for now.
Yes, I would agree with this thing. Luckily for you, I prepare good stew. You can't go adventuring and do tasks even if it is delivery on empty stomach. Where did that turtle go?
Dak will like hold the turtle, be like, safe.
Is there a box or something that we can put the turtle in to keep it contained? That would be
it's,
very,
The
very
turtle
good.
is already in a
yeah,
box.
it's in that box still, I think.
Oh, that's
We're
right.
going to need to
It-
feed this turtle.
Oh, feed. That is what I specialize in. I've got
Oh,
perfect
my.
herbs.
Lettuce or something.
And
Anyway,
you hear the door open behind you. Yes, you're going to need to feed the turtle. You're going to need some sort of grass or lettuce. It doesn't matter. And in walks Archer, and then behind the Archer, there is this surprisingly tall, surprisingly muscular Kenku. And he's very, very muscular for a Kenku, and he's not really saying anything. He's just kind of sitting there. He's just hanging out with
Right.
Archer.
By Quojan's eyes, you are a big one.
It's great to see you. Thanks for getting me this job.
And then
You volunteered for this?
Oh, you know him.
Yeah. He got me the job here. I was looking for a place to perform, and I knew my friend here worked here. He
Perform.
recommended me to Mandy.
Perform. Are you a bard?
No, I'm not full time. It's more of a hobby. I'm looking to, go professional. He will hold up a flyer. I was asking to hang these up and is looking for adventuring buddies / bandmates.
Oh,
I very casually kind of stare at my loot for a moment. We will see how this goes, and I will kind of like tap my loot with my foot.
Yes,
my
you
name
should.
is
Oh, go ahead.
My name is Badru Kamar. A pleasure to make all of your acquaintances since we will be stuck together for quite some time.
It is a pleasure, I think. I am Brick. That is all you need to know, Esek Lowlander.
Hiron Riddermark. You may call me Kai.
Oh, very nice.
You ever tell you,
Miss-
Kai, you sound like you have a great voice for singing?
Yes.
Miss Mandy, how many of us have to make it back alive for this to be considered successful?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
What a question.
Fantastic.
What? Wait, hold on a minute.
Oh, I'm
do we
just
need to-
making sure if dumb
do we
accident
need to
befalls
come
somebody.
Do we need to report the success of this endeavor? Or will
At
you
the
simply
least I have-
know that it is done?
Well, I think some people would want the success reported so that they could obtain items, info.
Yes, it would be within our best interest, I think, to be very quick about reporting this completed once it is done.
Is there a timetable for this thing you ask of us?
That is a good question.
I would hope you would do it expediently, but whatever you can do. I don't know what trouble they're going to cause you in Yao. Speaking of which, the carriage and horses are prepared for you and your departure.
Oh, sweet. That's way easier than how I normally get around.
How many days travel is it to Yao
I agree with this, Doc.
by carriage?
By carriage, it is simply 1 day, I believe. I don't know. Normally,
Oh man, this will be easy.
I'm nice to my horses.
She has people for that.
I have people
That
for
is-
that.
Interesting.
So, are we all in agreement?
What time of day is it? Like, should we be planning for like the next morning or?
No, it's probably like morning right now.
Ugh. So Chiron is miserable. He's
Are you
Chiron's a night person.
I turned to
Chiron is
Chiron.
a
Are you
shadow
doing all right,
person.
friend?
Just.
Ah,
I'm a night person.
I am
You
a
are-
twilight person, so we have something ish in common.
Esek Lolanda, you do not have suit of armor on. How can you be knight?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I'm sure the
This is
language
good.
barriers are going to be
Long
such a riveting conversation.
Well,
So, let us get cooking. And
I will
Brick-
turn
I
the
see
TARDIS
what you did there.
further away.
Yes, let you get cooking, but not the turtle. Once again, the turtle is a gift from the god of death to the god of revenge. I don't think you want either of them angry at you.
Yes, I not eat turtle soup.
Don't lose it, and for the love of everything and all of the gods, don't kill it.
It's also worth reminding that I've got Brick has a huge turtle shell on his back.
To wit, I would really appreciate if I could have the tuttle. I just met you guys, and it would just make me a little more comfortable. So if I
You
could,
want to hold on to the turtle.
I would. I very
I will.
much would.
I will. Dak will look at you as the smallest member of the party. He says, "Brooke, right? Brooke, right?
Yeah, Brooke.
No offense. You don't look like the kind who's been in many fights.
Which is why I want to hold the tuttle.
if your ineptitude gets the turtle killed, it will be an issue.
Which means you gotta walk it, you gotta feed it, you gotta make sure it's taken care of.
I don't
Feed
like
it
the way that
I
this
can
guy.
do
I think this guy actually thinks I'm a kid. Which
No, I'm not saying you're a kid. You just seem
Wait,
inexperienced.
what?
are you not? Wait,
I do
Inexperienced,
not
maybe?
think that this is a child. I think that this is his natural stature.
This is my.
holy smoke, that's as big as you
Yeah.
get?
Yeah, this is as big as I get.
At least
That-
not all of us have to come back
You-
alive.
You're not
Wait,
eating
what?
enough stew.
Not important.
I don't like the way that he keeps going straight to death. And I'm looking at, I guess,
Especially because Dwarven proverb number 2: never abandon someone in need.
I feel like this is going to be a thing.
How
Shall we,
many dwarven proverbs are there?
Oh, have you never heard of the 100 Dwarven proverbs?
There are
let's not-
100.
we don't need to do it now.
I've not spent much time around dwarves. I am sorry.
Good reason. They do not have good taste. Only rock. You might as well feed them rock, because that's how their food tastes.
Wait, when you say
That's offensive.
are you saying that you have eaten dwarf, or you are saying that what they cook it tastes like rock?
I mean,
Yes.
Ah,
I don't know a whole lot about them, but
So,
you know,
in the background, you see Miss Mandy and Miss Gandy getting like a little bit irritated and trying to figure out what to do. And then you see Arch goes, "All right, everyone out, we're done. Miss Mandy's done. Everyone out." And he starts like shuffling you guys out of the room.
all right. We are going. I pick up my loot and I shuffle out of the door. I take a look at Brooke. Little one, you stick with me. I will protect you.
Yeah,
Nice.
protect me from this guy maybe. And he points to Ding as you walk by, and he's like really edging around Ding. He always looks at me so weirdly. I hate it. Oh, I really don't like it.
Dak will give Ding a high five as he like walks past.
Like you go to give a high five, and he like just literally like without any like resistance or like struggle lifts his foot up and then gives you a high five with his foot, because like it's just so easy for him to flex like that. Like just be flexible.
That is impressive.
As Archer is trying to escort us out, Kai just kind of gives him a withering look, like I will leave because I want to.
Not because.
And
then slowly turns to the door and walks out.
And strangely, whenever you do that, Archer gives you a look of respect. Like a look of like, oh yeah, all right. So you all go down and out into the Sanfo Cafe itself, and you just see plush pillows, and there are women that are plucking away on harps. There are many different women and men and theys and races in every location that seem to be perusing with the travelers. You see, the Sanfo Cafe is right in the center of Tongsu and Yao and the road between it. Therefore, most, if not all, weary travelers who would be wanting to stop in a place, willing to stop in a place like this, do stop in a place like this. And that is why Miss Mandy is actually the one in charge of this little town. It is not necessarily because she is actually in charge. It is because she knows everyone's secrets.
I do not like this thing, I think.
It's fine.
You travel
I
out.
pass by one of the ladies playing the harp, and I go, "Listen, if you ever want to broaden your horizons and learn to play the lute, I can probably teach you if you like. It is very good for fingers, and I think you would enjoy it very much."
She immediately like leans up against you and like starts playing the harp. She's like, "I would love to learn," and then she starts like a little bit of Anya.
Oh, it's like, oh,
Man, the
Oh.
people here are so friendly.
oh, not what I intended, but thank you. And I'm very like delicately kind of moving. Oh, yes, thank you very much.
She
Andrew.
giggles. She gets it and giggles, and then like steps away.
In
Like
passing, Brick says, "I can confirm, fingers not bad, little crunchy."
I look at my fingers. How would you know that?
We are all
Look
gonna
at my
die.
fingers.
Were you not aware of what this establishment was, dear Badru?
Yeah, it's
Oh
a
no,
bar.
I'm very aware. I just was not expecting that reaction.
Mhm.
I was genuinely offering to teach her lute. I was not in
Yeah.
exchange for anything else.
She was genuinely trying to make some coin.
Yes, she was.
So as you guys head out of the doors, you see a very, very elegant and beautiful cart of like dark wood, and it has like filigree. It's a cart with like an open cart, but it has like filigree along the sides of it. It is like a red stained wood. She kind of has a theme going.
Is this cart being pulled by horses?
Yes.
As soon as Brick sees it, he runs up and starts petting the horses and says, "Does this creature have name?"
Archer just kind of looks at you guys and goes, I think that one's Spike.
Okay. I see it's neighing. I was going to call it Mayo like my old one at home. Because it neighs. Good thing, I promise.
I'll take your word for it. He like kind of walks away like, what? So do you guys enter the cart?
Brick boards, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Is there someone who needs to drive the cart, or is there already a driver provided?
Someone needs to drive the cart.
Oh, wonderful.
I'll take the reins. Y'all wanna get in the back?
Sure, that sounds fine.
And now we come to the fun portion of the first episode. Learning about the characters. So why don't we go around and say, what does our person do? What does your character do in their downtime? We'll start with Dak. What does Dak do in his downtime?
Well, I really like playing music. He'll pull out this horn contraption. It seems to literally be 3 horns that have been like mixed together into one instrument. I was like, a friend of my dad's named Mushu helped me make this, so I can play all different types of music together. And then,
I've never seen anything quite like that. That is impressive.
I know. Brilliant guy. He made me this, and he holds in a weapon that resembles a backwards crossbow with a tube.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. He called it a stone bow, and he said it's only the prototype of something called a gun. He says you need a few more parts to get it. Other than that, my Aunt Jolene taught me dancing.
Yeah. Fascinating.
What does Chiron do in his downtime?
Chiron pulls from his pack a deck of cards, playing cards, and can be seen just consistently shuffling and cutting and just kind of manipulating this deck of cards. If no one is paying attention to him, he'll just sit quietly and kind of listen and sort of, just shuffle, and maybe he'll deal out a hand of what might be solitaire, and then he'll put it back together. And if folks talk to him, he'll engage. But that is that is kind of his default fidget mode.
What does Brooke do?
Brooke is probably like journaling. He's like busted out a little notebook and he's like scribbling stuff into it and like glancing around at the others quite uncomfortably. It very much gives off an energy of like not like anything particularly intense in the realm of like anxiety or nervousness, but rather just that he's like, there's a lot going on where it hasn't been all of a sudden. And so there's a lot of like getting used to. I think that in particular right now he's looking very he's sort of edging away from Brick and Kai in favor of Badru and Tech. It's just the early stage vibe check,
Early stage vibe check. What does Badru do?
Badru will reach inside my loot case, and I will open it and pull out this very ornate, very beautiful silver lute with stars and other symbols representing the god Quojin
Kojin.
kind of engraved upon it. And I'll just start tuning it for a little bit, and then we'll eventually just kind of start noodling a nice like lilting kind of happy tune as we ride.
That's cute. What does Mordecai do?
Well, I mean, right now I'm just steering the cart. But generally speaking, I would probably just be reading quietly.
And what does Brick do?
Brick is checking and so he's got this kind of belt that's full of all of his seasonings, and he's checking which ones are low, and he kind of pulls out his little cookbook, and it's a little it's hand size for him, so it's pretty big, like a notebook size, but he's scribbling, things he's got to get, and you can see like little dots and stars of rating of quality of food, and then also listed as the price, so he kind of keeps track of all that stuff and what really works well together. Meanwhile, in his travels, he's constantly keeping himself busy with the very philosophical questions. In particular, one's related to food, because that's all he ever has on his mind as a chef. So currently, in his book, he's got this little word circled, and he's trying to understand its meaning when it says, people who take care of chickens are chicken tenders then? That should be food, I think. I can do this thing. And he's just kind of whispering to himself as he's doing this.
So now, see, this is what I do on the first episode of anything. It's just because or the first session of any game, because it's just nice. As you pose moral dilemmas and stuff, as you are traveling along, you've gotten to the point where the pine forest has kind of disappeared, and all what is around you is rice fields, because Yao, all of the farmers in Yao actually make rice. So there's a bunch of rice paddies all around you, and as you're traveling along the road, and I forgot to change the music, even though I picked it.
How dare you?
As you're traveling along the road, you see an older gentleman. Kind of walking all by himself with a cane. And he's a black dragonborn. You can tell that he's older because he's lost a lot of his main scales, his scales that go down his spine. But he's walking with a cane along the road. What do you guys do?
Same direction or opposite direction?
The same direction as you.
Do any of us recognize him from town?
No.
Mm-hmm. Dak will ask Mordecai to stop.
Are we? Oh, all right.
I think he looked like he could use stew, I think.
Aren't we on a bit of a schedule?
I mean,
Do you have stew to even give him?
Who do you think I am? Of course I've got stew. And he pulls out a canteen, and it's got like a really wide end on it, just enough to get chunks of veggies and fruit and maybe some small meat pizzas. I've always got stew.
Chunks.
That is called being prepared. I am impressed.
Dak will go to the older man and say in Draconic, "Excuse me, Elder, is there anything we can help you? Do you need a ride?"
He looks
harassing hitchhikers now?
He looks at you and looks at all, and he's, "Oh, don't worry about me. I'm just headed home to Yao. That's all."
It's quite a long walk.
It's about another day, but
Oh, well,
we
hell,
are
if he's
heading in
going to
that
Yao.
direction.
Do we have space in the cart? How much more cramped will it be?
Put the little fella in someone's lap.
it'll just be a little more. I mean, Brooke's small, so it'll just be a little more cramped.
I look at Brooks. Stay close, my friend.
I can sit on somebody's lap if need be.
Oh, so
I'm
I
not-
can also sit in the front with Mordecai, if space is an issue.
I'm guessing it's like a bench front thing, or is it like a two-seater?
Yeah, it's like a bench front, and then there's like bench in the back. There's two benches in the back. So he's like, are you Are you sure? I don't want to be a
Please.
bother.
I mean, you are going the same way that we are. It's no bother at all.
Mhm.
You may as well.
Chiron, you seem like you're the quiet type, not much of a talker. No, do you want to sit up here?
Sure.
So
Perfect.
Chiron goes up to the front, and the old man kind of gets up into the cart and takes a seat. And you
Badger
can-
will help as much as I can.
Yeah, as he sits down, you hear like a couple of bones like crack in him. Like obviously he had been like walking for a little bit. And he's like,
Touch of the rheumatis.
You gotta go get the tablet. I have your tablet in the car. You want me to get it? Oh, sorry, guys.
That is not necessary. I don't need a stone. Sorry.
You're not, and you shouldn't be.
Thank you very much. I own a store in Yawen. When those hobgoblins came, I just had to give them everything, including my horse.
Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblins.
Accosted by hobgoblins.
I see this thing and I am intrigued. Did they stole from you? They let you live? This is unusual, I think, if it is the case.
And he opens up his cane, and his cane's actually a sword. Closes his cane. Like,
That is very cool.
it may
That is
hurt.
very nice.
It may hurt, but I do my best. I'm not too feeble until you make me walk several miles. Oh, and he like stretches. My
Did
name is Liu.
I was gonna say, did he give us his name yet? All right,
Yeah.
awesome. Lee what?
Liu. L-I-U. Liu.
Mm-hmm. How far? Do you know where these hobgoblins would be held? Where they have their base?
I'm sure my son in town would know. I'm not sure. They've been... As of late, they have been... terrible. Normally, they just come out every once in a while and annoy the farmers, and we push them back, but recently, they've been moving in. They've been establishing towns and settlements and such.
Were you accosted on your way to or from town for supplies or something?
I was accosted on my way back to town from another smaller village who needed weapons. I own the weapons store in Yao.
Oh, are you a blacksmith?
I am not a blacksmith, but I know my way around a blade, and a mace,
Nice.
and a bow,
That is good to know.
and a glaive.
Hmm.
Now,
It seems
instead
like
of
you are-
making my own adventures, I get adventures from people like you. And he kind of smiles.
So, my friend, I've got a question, I think. You have swords, you know your way around blade, you've been robbed. Of anything robbed? Big kitchen knife?
I didn't get robbed a big kitchen knife, but I can.
Kitchen.
I don't
I
think
am the-
I don't think I have big kitchen knives.
Were you looking for a kitchen
We
knife?
we must help this man, I think. Because mine is wearing down in his dull, and I could use a new one. But then again, we are on time limit, I think. What do you
I
guys think?
I just
if
kind of
you
look
can-
at Chiron, like,
Well, we still need to get him to his family shop because his son would know the location of the hobgoblins if we wanted to
Well-
advance this.
I think that is a very good idea.
He goes over. He says, "Can I see your blade, your kitchen knife?"
Sorry. He hands him a massive long sword that's like cut out like a giant butcher knife, but it's like dull and breaking and cracked open, and it's seen some wear.
This is, and he starts handling it, and like you guys can tell by the way that he's handling it, he's been around the blade. This is, the way that this is weighted is very interesting. I'm sure Lucy the blacksmith doesn't normally like outsiders and non-dragon folk, but I could probably convince her to sharpen this for you.
I like this man. We should help. We should give him ride, I think.
Well, the ride is not an issue.
Well, a ride for a sharpening, that sounds good.
I have a question, good sir.
Sure.
Do you know anything about the lands of Kadaitos?
Many adventurers have come to me looking to go into Kadaitos' land, and yet I never see them again.
I had a bad feeling you were going to say something like that.
Yes.
However, be that as it may, is there anything you could tell us about how to get there, or how to properly prepare for such a journey?
Roll a persuasion. Roll insight. And anyone... okay, so the way that I do insight, anyone can roll insight, and you just learn specific information because it's a specific insight. So anyone who thinks that their character would be insight checking Liu can roll insight.
Okay.
My insight's not good. You sure I can't roll persuasion?
My insight's great, but I trust this guy. He seems like a nice old man.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, you have no idea. You have no idea, Jack.
Oh.
Brick is otherwise engaged by the excitement of having his kitchen knife sharpened, so he's not really focused on a whole lot. He's got a big, toothy, half-orc grin on his face. He's really, like, excited.
So, Liu takes a moment to, like, think about what you're saying, and you can tell that he does know. He doesn't know if he wants to tell you he knows.
Glad you I lean forward. It would be of great use to us if you could tell us what you know. It could be the difference between life and death for all of us. We have been set upon a task that we would very much like to complete.
You do realize Kadaios is the god of revenge, and if I send you to do something stupid, she's going to exact revenge on me. It doesn't sound particularly like a fair trade.
I'll make you stew. I promise it's best in our land. No airlander make better stew than me from Peaks.
What if we help you with your hobgoblin problem?
There it is.
That sounds interesting.
There's what is.
Mostly
Well, we're also not
because-
going for nefarious reasons. We're dropping off a gift, right?
Yeah.
That is very true.
Yes.
Well, I'll talk to my son. I'll see what he says. Would anyone like tea? And,
I would
Oh,
very
yes.
much love tea.
And he pulls out of the sack on him. He pulls out, 4 cups, and he's like, "Oh, geez. Oh dear. I hope you have some cups on you."
Of course Brick has cups on him. He reaches into back behind him between his tortoiseshell where he keeps his pack, and he pulls out this very strange looking it looks like it's been carved out, whatever it is, and then as he starts like rotating it, you realize it's like tiny skulls that have been sealed, and the top is like cut off, and he uses them as a cup.
Nice.
Tiny skulls.
Dak will say that's a bit much. How about, and he will
No, they're
produce
perfect
a
size.
set of wooden carved cups.
He takes your skull and he looks and says, "You're one of the mountain orcs, aren't you?"
Yes, I come from high peaks. Good home. Air thin there. The thick air down here makes you all sick, I think.
You also don't always try to kill everyone that you meet. Everyone. Most
That's
people.
very good.
But not everyone.
He hasn't attempted to murder us yet. Although we haven't had his cooking yet, for what it's worth.
No.
I'm not hurt you fine. I like you all a waffle lot.
And where is everyone else from?
Oh.
None of you look like to be an Aqueldrum goer. Where are you from?
Oh, I grew up in like a far town, just deep in the forest. Nothing really ever happened there, so I just decided to leave and south for an adventurer like my father.
I grew up in a small town to the northeast. It is, very, very much a, let's call it a tavern town, as it were.
I understand that far too well. That is where I grew up. I grew up in a tavern town and moved to Yao. Well, didn't really move to Yao. Yao became our home base until we stopped adventuring one day, and that was that.
Were you an adventurer?
I don't know if I would claim the title of adventurer, but I would definitely say I was. I have stories.
Given the way you handle a sword, you seem to be quite versed in some kind of adventuring. If I had to wager a guess.
Do you know what a remoraz is?
Yes!
I do not believe I do.
It's an enormous 15-foot centipede-like creature that lives in icy terrains, and its body is as hot as fire. That was the last thing I killed.
That sounds dreadful.
By the
It was.
stars, that is insane.
But I
Dak
tell
practically
you,
has stars in his eyes.
but I tell you,
Genuinely questioning whether or not I believe the stories,
you can make an insight check if you want.
or if he's just Totally
I'm,
full.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, 20. Hello.
Oh no, he's telling the truth.
I have had
There's-
this creature before. Does
You-
not taste good.
Definitely hear like a hint of sadness in what he's saying, but he definitely definitely did it before.
Brooke is like furiously scrolling into his notebook, and then looks up again to say, do you sound like maybe you miss it?
I don't miss it. I miss him, but that is a story for another day.
I do love a good story, but if you are not ready to tell it, then I will respect that.
When
Dad
you're
used to
ready,
say adventuring was a sad life. He's like said goodbye to several friends.
when you are ready to tell story, you let Brick know. We sit around fire and make you good stew. Fill your belly, and remind you of the good times.
It's so funny. You all seem to have a heart. I don't see that a lot anymore.
At that point, Brick reaches in and pulls out some meat. He says, "Yes, I do. It's delicious."
That just sitting in
just-
your pack.
Oh, heart! Because you made something out of heart!
Like, why?
How
why do you
long
even have
has
that?
that been sitting in your pack?
What do you eat on trip?
At least tell me it's dried.
What? No. Meat best when raw.
Looks pretty juicy to me.
Yes, it's been... I try to think of a good word for this. It's been readying for 2 weeks now. Can you smell it? And the stench is just awful.
Oh.
It has certainly been marinating in something. Oh boy.
That is an orc.
Could we
Right on the
possibly
front.
pull over for like 5 minutes?
It's aged well.
Just right off the side, killer. Just hut.
Yeah. Brooke is
Badu opens a window.
Mm.
Brooke just like slings himself out of the side and is just hanging there.
I pat his shoulder in his back.
No,
This-
don't do that! Don't do
Um,
that!
Sorry.
Brooke, as you're hanging out of the side vomiting, between your vomiting, make a perception check.
Uh-oh. 17?
You see in like 3 rice paddy fields over, what is very clearly some lizard folk who also are native to Queldrum, having their tails pulled, and like being all in all harassed by a group of hobgoblins.
For the love of.
Well, only Brooke sees this.
I am being very careful not to like pat him. Are you doing all right there, Brooke?
Are we in the heroism business at all? Is that our shtick?
They
We're
one of the
delivering.
hobgoblins takes one of the lizard folk's tail and yanks it, and actually yanks his feet out from under him, and he goes into the water.
Oh, okay. Pull over.
Why are we?
Just pull over, please.
I pull up.
You are that sick.
Brooke is like scrambling out of the cart, like just running for it.
What are you
going?
doing?
He's running
What?
for it.
You're
At
going
this point,
to.
at this point, you all see that in the distance there is definitely some hobgoblins with some lizard folk.
Oh. For the love of.
Oh, by Quojan's eyes, that is okay. All right.
Well, it was nice and warm.
Jack will.
I run behind Brooke. Like
Yes.
I have already sworn to protect this little guy. I'm running behind. Where are you going? Come back!
Dak will quickly overtake them and yell out to lizard folk, "Stop what you are doing!
Not the
Leave
lizard
them
folk,
alone!"
The
Did
hobgoblins.
they take the turtle? Do we got to go with them?
Yeah,
Brooke
Yes.
left the turtle in the cart.
Dak never gave Brooke the turtle.
I thought we established I had the turtle. All right, that's fine. That's
You're
fine.
still-
That's fine.
You are
That's
small and weak until you prove yourself otherwise.
Oh! Ow!
Kind of look over at Chiron like, all right.
all right.
I feel this will
Chat.
go badly if we do not at least deal with this together.
Chat has named the turtle soup, just so everyone knows.
Soup.
Oh my god!
I like
really?
that. I'm happy with soup.
I kind of love
Oh.
that.
Dak 100% is going to call this.
I'm gonna go to the battle
gift.
map.
I'm gonna tie off the reins and then hop down and start
Mhm.
half-heartedly jogging in that
We're
general
moving to the battle map.
Yes, there is a battle map now.
Unfortunately, Dak cannot see the chat. Oh, so he might think of the name Soup, but the first name to come to mind was Gift.
Mm.
All right. So as you all approach the hobgoblins, you can hear them shouting and hooting and hollering in Goblin, and very clearly the lizard folk are very helpless. These are like farmers, and that they are poor farmers. So they don't really have a whole lot of say on what happens in their life. Can y'all
I'm
control
not
your
seeing
tokens?
the map.
Yeah, I can't see the map.
All I got is
we're
white
not on
screen.
that page yet,
Oops. Thanks.
But
There we are.
and I can control me.
Yep, I can
If I
control me.
did it right, I
Yep.
should be able
Yep,
to. Use...
I can.
Okay. The hobgoblins see you coming, and one of the hobgoblins takes his sword, and before you guys are close enough, he looks at you and smiles and cuts off the end of one of the guy's tails. One of the lizard
son of a
tail,
bitch!
Oh!
and then he
Oh.
throws it at you guys.
Which
Oh.
one was that?
That looks delicious.
Not
This
cool.
one. This one.
This guy.
Just not.
You said this
As
guy?
I see
Yeah, that
him-
guy.
Gotcha.
Everybody's
see
little
him do
character
that,
things are
I
right
will-
in the middle of my map.
Whoa, whoa,
Like
whoa,
all our little player things that's supposed to be on the side are like right in the middle of the map, so it might take me a second to figure out what's going on, but
Gotcha.
let's go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as he cuts off that lizard folk's tail, I will reach out my hand and I will cast Sacred Flame at the guy who just cut the tail off. That is not okay!
And here we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, why don't we go ahead and roll for initiative, and we will give Badru a surprise round. So if everyone could just roll for the first fight.
Woo!
These guys
I
are
don't
the-
remember how to do that.
Bring it, bitches.
Oh, shit.
A 3.
So you
gotta
click
click
on
on
your
the word
token.
initiative.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
I
might-
get to roll in real life, cause.
Ah, there it is.
I think it's quite nice that I rolled a 3 because in my head Brooke had not drawn any weapons and was entirely running up thinking diplomacy would somehow work here.
Dang! How do you have an 18 initiative, Happy?
I have the alert feat.
Gotcha. Nice.
Nice.
All right, was
Well
that
played.
everyone? 1, 2.
Mine isn't showing up probably because I don't my character sheet's not in roll 20.
That's
That's
fine.
probably why.
What is your
I rolled a 3.
3? Cool. Easy
Thanks.
peasy. I have to press enter though. So now we go by descending. All right, so well, this is perfect. Badru, we'll just start with you.
Okay.
So go ahead and make your
Oh.
sacred flame.
So I toss Sacred Flame at it. That Hobgoblin will need to make a saving throw. Let's see. A Dex save. DC 13.
Alrighty. Oh, that is a fail. Okay.
Alrighty. Then he will take... He will take 6 points of radiant damage.
Awesome. All right, now it is the Hobgoblin's turn. The Hobgoblins kind of snicker. And whenever they snicker, you see that there's something like weird about these Hobgoblins. There's definitely something like a little bit off about how insane they are.
Oh, real quick, my initiative didn't show up on the turn order. I don't know how to get it over there.
Oh, you have to click on your token, but I'll add it.
Yeah, if you have your token selected when you roll, it'll get you added to the turn order.
I
Just
did
for
not.
next time.
Cool.
All right, then it is Happy's turn. Mordecai, what would you like to do? Uskar, not right now. Cat.
So, if I'm looking at this right, I should be able to drop the spell Shatter right in the middle of the 3 that are kind of somewhat grouped together. I don't
If
know how to
you-
highlight them.
If you
But
get,
like here,
Yeah, like right there. Thank
you're
you.
gonna get the lizard folk as well.
Which one?
What's the range of shatter?
It's a 10-foot diameter, or 10-foot radius, excuse me.
so if you drop it right here, you might actually be able to. You'd probably get these two. You'd probably get that one and that one.
So it's just 10 feet.
A 10-foot radius.
Yeah, if he drops it here.
That's
he
what
can
I
get
was trying to
3.
do. Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I was trying to do right there. I don't know how to make that little squiggly line go up, but that.
Press and hold your click.
Yeah, when you.
You would
yep.
get this
Hey.
lizard folk. You would get this lizard folk.
If I hit it here, it'll hit that lizard dude.
Yeah.
If
What about,
you're
like-
willing to ready
What about
your,
there.
I was gonna
Like,
say,
if I slide it back just enough to like, I should be able to hit. Yeah, that guy, and
Yep, that would be good.
that guy. All right, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with a little shatter spell
That
at
is so
second
good.
level.
DC 15 God saves. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
And saves have
Yeah.
9 damage.
All right. Save is half, so it's all half for all of them. Oh, just kidding. This one fails. The hobgoblin fails. So this one. So how much damage was that? So this one
It
fails,
was
so
9.
it's 9 damage.
On a 3d8 roll.
Yikes.
Yeah.
One of them was a 1.
All right, you shatter the hell. What's half of 9? 8, 4. You shatter the hell out of that one goblin.
Nice. I'll take it. And I just shatter the heck out of the other 2.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now it is the hobgoblin's turn. The hobgoblins are gonna like laugh really weird and really maniacally, and then and it's a little off-putting how the way that they and he's gonna go 5, 10, 15, and go up to Brooke. This one is gonna go 5, 10, 15. Yeah, they're gonna go pick on the little guy. They're gonna go pick on the little guy. So
Oh no.
yeah, Brooke. What's your AC?
19.
Oh, that's not that bad. That's actually really good. Well, one of them rolled a 17, 18, 19, 20. So one of them hit and one of them it did not.
Cool.
And you take 9 points of slashing damage.
Ow!
Apparently I rolled max damage.
Yikes.
And no one can say that I'm lying, because I did it in the thing.
You really did.
Ow.
Yeah, so yeah, you take that slashing damage as they longsword you.
Yeesh.
Oh. So, hobgoblins have something called martial advantage. Once per turn, a hobgoblin can deal an extra 2d6 damage to a creature it hits with a weapon if that creature's within 5 feet of another hobgoblin. And you are, so that's not what I wanted. 10.
An additional 10?
Did I do that math right? I don't know why I don't know how I did that. 8. It's 8. The math is 8. I'm just bad at math. This is why I have Max do most of my math. 8. You take 8 points of additional damage from being distracted from this really, really hurt hobgoblin, probably bleeding on you. Or like maybe like coughing some blood on you.
I did mention that Brooke had not gone in thinking that combat was going to be the first priority, so I think I like the idea that he was like scrambling for his shield when this attack came in.
All right.
Just was not good for it.
Brick boy.
Well, the first thing Brick is gonna do is he kind of he reaches into behind his back, into his turtle shell, and pulls out this big container, opens up his jaw, and pours in this like green lettuce stuff into his mouth and chomps it, and his muscle eyes.
Oh my god, you got noise gated.
Oh, sorry. He's got this green lettuce or spinach in his mouth as he's chewing, and he bulks up, and he turns, he looks, his hat stands on, and he goes, let us get cooking, my friends. And
oh my goodness, what the hell just happened there?
He's going to charge into between the two here. And what he's going to do is not only did he rage...
Mm-hmm.
Does frenzy? I gotta see if that actually costs. That doesn't actually cost a action, I don't think.
Nope, you declare it when you enter your rage.
Yeah, frenzy doesn't.
So he is frenzying, which means I can use my action to grapple one of these creatures, and then use my other attack and supplement that with a grapple. So I'm gonna try to grapple both these things. And he looks over at the poor little Brooke and he says, "Don't worry, little child, I've got you." And he's going to try to grapple both these. Because he is raging, he has advantage on both those checks.
Do you, so I thought grapple was an action. Do you
Yes, so grapple does take an action, but it can also be used in place of an attack, which is what the frenzy gives me.
Okay, so you get 2. You get 2 attacks.
Yes.
So you get 2. Okay, got it.
Well,
Got
I
it.
get-
Got it. Okay, so what save am I making?
So it's a
Uh,
contested check. I roll with advantage, contested strength, and both the targets can choose either athletics or dexterity, acrobatics to go contested against me.
Hey, Justin. You can't do it on the first turn you enter your rage because it's a bonus action.
Oh, you're right, because I used the bonus to rage. So I can only grapple 1 this round. Next round I can get 2. Nice catch. I'm gonna grapple 1 for now then.
Okay, top or bottom?
We'll grab the one on the top, and I'm actually going to... I think I should just be able to click this button, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, who just left?
Uh-oh.
Oh no, our cameras are dead.
Jack.
Ah,
Hey, as my Discord crashed.
Nice.
It's all good.
that's weird.
You beat me by 1. You beat me by 1.
1 is all I need, I think. So,
So this top one.
so what he's gonna do now is he's going to drag this target away from little small child.
Nice. Okay.
So I think I moved 15 feet to grab him.
No, it's
so I s-
difficult. It's difficult to.
It's difficult
movement
terrain?
Whenever you grapple and move, because you have someone fighting you.
Okay. Well, I know when I move now, but I had already used half my movement, correct? 15 feet.
Yeah.
So that's what's remaining, but then I can only move a few feet with him attached.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move basically into his space and push him up.
Okay.
And out of melee range of Tiny Child.
You go with them.
Yep.
All right.
And he goes, "You think you so good at fighting? Prepare to be assaulted." And that's
he's
the
just
end of my
like-
turn.
He's like literally sitting there like, dude, like he's like yelling. He's like trying to say something in Goblin to you, but like you can tell that he's like sputtering on his words because he's just shocked that you grappled him.
So as he's got him in this, he's got a big grip in his, he's got him around the neck, and he leans in close in a big toothy grin, and he
Yeah.
says, "Your ears will taste delicious tonight, I think, in my stew." And that's the end of Brick's term.
I think it's canon that Goblin shits his pants, and I think we can all agree that would be pretty canon.
Nice.
All right. So now it is
No lies detected.
Dak's turn. Dak, what would you like to do?
So Dak will draw his stone bow, and he will take aim at the Hobgoblin captain, who chopped off the tail of the one.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark
Wizard
that
mode?
guy just so that everyone knows. Boop. That
Yeah.
guy.
So that's the captain. Got it.
Yep.
Well, both of the grays are captains, but that's
Okay.
the one that chopped off the tail.
Oh, now I see the difference. Now I see the gray
Yeah.
as opposed to the gold. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And so, I'm assuming 21 hits.
Yes, so 21 hits.
All right, that'll be 11 piercing damage.
Where am I going?
And then Dak will take a step forward, and with his bonus action, flurry of blows, the grappled goblin.
Mm-hmm. So I like this. So this guy like chops off the tail and then chucks it, and then sees his friend get he's like laughing like and then he sees his friend get grappled and just shoved, and he like kind of falters, and in that moment you find that distraction window where he's like, oh shit, and poof, just right into him.
There's that, and assuming a 10 should miss, but the 23 should hit for 9 bludgeoning.
Awesome. Oh, where were his? Oh, apparently his freaking things didn't load, so I'm just gonna. I used the chart things. All right, those 2 hobgoblins look really, really bad. All right, so now it is the Hobgoblin's turn. This Hobgoblin is obviously going to try to get out, so contested strength checks, I'm guessing. Is that how you break break grapple? Is contested?
Yeah, it takes an action, their action, and they have to beat my contested check.
Yeah. So he's going to try to break the grapple.
All right, so I'll roll. 23.
I rolled a 19. So this dude, I love this. So this dude is like he's trying so hard to get out of it, and I just like to imagine Brick is just sitting there holding him.
So Brick puts his mouth up to his side, and his tongue kind of lashes about a little bit. Yes, please struggle more.
All right, I just realized I flipped them. This is actually the Hobgoblin's turn. So on the Hobgoblin's next turn, the grappled guy just won't take a turn because that'll be his turn. And so now the Hobgoblin captains. The Hobgoblin captain that got shot. He's gonna be pissed. And this guy, this little lizard folk that's on the floor, I'm gonna do this in front of everyone so that, by the way, he has an AC of 10. I'm gonna do this in front of everyone. Boop. 19. So he takes a nice swing at this guy and just slices him. And he just like bleeds out, and you see the other two like lizard folk like screaming at this point. And then he's going to walk up and he's going to make another greatsword attack at Brick, but I believe I have advantage because you're grappling right now.
I don't believe so, but you can rule that however you want as the DM.
Okay, if that's not how the ruling is in the book, then I will just
you have
like...
the grappler feat.
No, I don't even have the grappler feat, but there's no punishment for grappling anybody.
I know, but what Alex is thinking of is the grappler feat.
Oh, yeah,
okay,
where it
okay.
restrains you and shit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and... does a 16 hit you?
Yes, it does.
All right. So he just... I like to imagine that he just sits there and like just pushes the sword directly in between your rib cage. And you go ahead and take 8 points of piercing damage as he plunges the sword into your rib cage.
I am raging, so that is half damage.
Yes.
And he looks at him, his tongue's being sucked back into his mouth, and he says, "Oh, that's adorable."
I think this guy is gonna walk over to Badru because he sees the loot and he knows that normally bards are squishy, and he is also going to go ahead and make a greatsword attack, and I just crit.
Okay then.
First crit of the season, boys! Woo!
Oof.
All right.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
what I do for crits is a little bit different than the actual thing, and it only applies sometimes, but I double all of the dice. So whenever you do sneak attack, any dice that you roll, you double. So that's how I do it. First
Sounds
crit
about
of
right.
the night.
Yeah, that's the right way to do it.
That's actually, I think, the rules, but I think nobody else uses that.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
you do that and then add modifiers at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't just double everything. You just double the dice and then add the modifiers at the end.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
Yeah, I mean, you do you, boss, but
Yeah, that's rules as written. Alex.
That's how it is, isn't it?
Oh, it's 2D. 9, 14, 15, 16. So you take 16 points of piercing damage as he catches you off guard.
Yeah, he does.
And he's just gonna go ahead and go again and does a 16 hit.
16 does hit.
8 points of piercing damage as he
I'm down.
slices you once more, and down he goes.
I'm down.
The first down.
9?
Well, the crit didn't help.
Yeah,
Great
I-
to
No,
know.
it did not.
All right, and so you see, just like that, the seemingly human man, boom, down. All right, Chiron, it is your turn.
So Chiron has been taking all this in and says, maybe you shouldn't forget to look behind you. As he twin spell phantasmal force
Nice.
here and here on this hobgoblin and basically on both captains. And he creates they think they see a duplicate of Brick behind them. That is going to start attacking them.
And they believe it, or do I make a save to believe it?
1 second.
I've only had
Intelligence
2
save.
sorcerers.
Target can use its action to examine the phantasm with an intelligence investigation check against my spell save DC.
Okay.
If the check succeeds, they realize that it's an illusion, and then
Okay.
the spell ends.
Okay. Awesome.
And while they believe it, they will do 1d6 psychic damage to the target on my turn as they attack it.
Yeah, I love that, and I also love the idea that that he just stabs him and then turns around to do some kind of hair flip, and there's just there's Brick. There's a Brick behind him. All right,
There's
Would you
Brick.
say it's almost like a brick wall? I think.
it is like a brick wall.
Oh goodness.
Brooke, it is your
So
turn.
let me.
Oh, do you have more?
No, I'm just making sure that I mark things off, and I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think they attack. I'm trying to see if they attack this round or if that has to wait until the next round. That's the one thing that I'm not 100% sure of.
So it
Uh,
specifically says when you cast the spell, you make a saving throw. So I'd assume they make the saving throw as part of it.
Right.
It would make sense for it to do the damage the first turn.
Right. That's what it is. Target must make an int save. On a
And-
failed save, they believe it
And then they have to waste actions to attempt
to try to
disbelieve it.
disbelieve it.
Yeah.
Nice.
My spell save DC is 14.
I rolled a 12 and a 3.
Nice.
No, they don't believe it. Or they do believe
And
it.
then and then each round on your turn, the phantasm can deal 1d6 psychic damage.
Okay.
This is concentration 1 minute.
So go ahead and roll that psychic damage, if you would.
So that's the first one.
We'll do that the top one.
And the second one. So a 6 and a 3.
Awesome. I like this
And
idea
that is
that
my turn.
I like this idea that in their confusion they're so terrified. Badru, please make a death saving throw.
Okay.
Brooke's turn got skipped.
Oh, Brooke's
got a
turn
little
did get
lost there.
skipped. What do you do for your turn, Brooke?
Okay. Brooke was not gearing up to attack anyone until people started getting downed and killed. So he's gonna open up by second winding because he's not in superb shape. So we'll do that. Excellent.
Great. That's fantastic. That's
Great
so
start.
fantastic.
And then he is going to try and maneuver himself to protect Bardru, from anything worse than his current fate.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to move down here just a tad bit.
Mm-hmm.
And goading attack this captain.
Okay.
So let's quickly intent to go into a 10 spirit. Cool. So let's make this one-handed longsword attack. Oh my god.
Oh my
2 ones in a
god.
row.
Wait.
Oh, wow.
That's insane.
Hold on a
Jack.
minute though. I'm a halfling, so everything's fine.
Oh yeah, you
Right.
are.
Yeah, that was the.
That's right.
But was that your attack roll or your damage
That was my
roll?
attack roll.
You rolled a d10 for your attack roll.
Did I?
No, that was his second win.
No,
Oh.
that was my second.
Never mind.
An 11, not a ton better though.
Nope, that does not hit.
Yeah, no, I didn't think it would. He's pretty determined though, so I'm just gonna fucking go all in here, I think.
Okay. I
Uh,
love this for Brooke, by the way.
He's desperate to help.
I know. I love this for
so
Brooke.
Let's go for an action surge, and we're just gonna run it again, and hope for the best. Boom. Nope. Terrible.
Wow.
Oh
He is
my
missing.
god.
It's all right. Your
Everything.
heart's in the right place. Your heart's in
His
the right
heart's
place.
in the right
Okay.
place. He's
It
very
is.
determined.
His heart is in the right place.
Yeah, so I mean, Brooke is just like sweating and panicking and just flailing his sword out towards this captain, but he's like almost looking away as he's doing it. He's like very frightened. That's it, unfortunately. That's all he's got up his sleeve.
I just want you to know, Callum came in just in time to watch you do that. Just want you
What
to know.
the hell?
Okay, Badru, go ahead and make me a death saving throw, please.
Okay.
Okay.
That is an 11.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Mordecai, it is your turn. And if you need help with technology and moving your token, let me know and I'll help you.
Undoubtedly.
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
Indeed.
Wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Ooh, that might cut it kind of close. 20, 25, I think 30? One more. Yeah. And I am going to magic missile. I don't know if I'd even be able to tell who looks like the weakest, but...
Oh, you would definitely be able to tell that this one in front of Brooke and this one in front of Dak look like they are fucking so... they look very bad.
All right, so then I am going to magic missile one. Come on now, 1, 2. Come on, 2, and then my third one's gonna go right. My third has that guy taken any damage? That third one there, this guy.
He's taking a little bit of damage. You've seen him take a little bit, but not a lot. The other guy's taking more.
All right, so I'm gonna upcast it and then magic missile that third guy twice.
Okay.
So it'll be
Nice.
yeah. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the plan.
All right.
Maybe.
The best part is you guys don't see the phantasmal force.
Yeah. So like whenever
You
you're
just
magic missiling.
freaking out as the invisible brick is stabbing them.
Okay.
So
So I make a save, right?
No,
Nope.
Nope.
Magic
Just
missile
hits.
is just
Hits.
hits.
The auto hit.
Unless you have the shield spell.
So this guy takes 10, and this guy is dead. I love this idea that Brooke is just fighting this guy, or Brick is just fighting this guy, and just this missile comes in. I like to think the missile like looks like a mushroom or something, or like made it just look like food just for Brick, and he's like, "Ooh."
I acknowledge you, Cadius. I acknowledge you. Good joke.
I envision as Brick sees this, he tries to like reach out and bite these things as they're flying by.
Oh, that looks good.
All right, and so I'm curious, in like a short description, what do your magic missiles look like?
Oh, see, I still have like World of Warcraft magic missile stuck in my head where it looks like purple shards of crystal just flying right out of my wand
yeah.
and just.
That's still very awesome. I mean,
Fucking
you
thumbs
can't-
up.
You can't deny the awesomeness of World of Warcraft. Let's be real here. All right, so now it's the Hobgoblin's turn, but all the Hobgoblins are dead except this guy. Let's see what he does. What would that be? A wisdom save. Let's make a wisdom save. He stays. He doesn't run. No. And I'm glad that I rolled that. I rolled that for people because like. I'm glad I rolled that in public because everyone could see that I ran a wisdom save to see if he would run away or like stay and fight. And he rolled a motherfucking 6 and a 1.
Wow.
Does that little lizard get to swing at him, or is it that lizard guy there dead?
Oh, that other guy is cowering in fear.
Got it.
So okay, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, now he's in time with Brick. And he's just gonna go for the biggest boy. Let's see. No, I don't want.
Brick looks straight at him and says, "You think you do any better?"
17?
Yes, that'll hit.
Yes, he does do better.
Oh God.
I don't even feel it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do 11 points of slashing damage. I rolled max damage.
I'm raging. I don't even feel it. It is
Oh,
like
I forgot
cutting
you're
myself
raging!
when I'm. It's kind of like when I'm cutting vegetables and I nick my finger. That's about how that wound feels.
I love this because this hobgoblin was like, do I stay? Do I go? Do I stay? Do I go? And then he like ran up to the big guy and he was like, yeah! And then he did a really nice cut and he's like, yeah! And Brick just smiles at him. I just love this idea of Brick just smiling at people who try to hurt him. All right, well that's the hobgoblin. Speaking of the person who tried to hurt Brick, your turn.
Does anybody have potion for our downed comrade over there?
Also, did Bardu ever make his death saving throw?
I did make one.
Okay.
Does anybody have a
Lion,
potion?
Lion, you're not in frame.
Oh,
Anybody? No? We
No.
assume we don't have any?
I don't think
Okay.
anyone has a potion.
No potions, I think.
Alright, so what Brick is going to do then is he's going to stay, because there's only just the one is alive, right?
There is 2 captains that are alive and a hobgoblin.
Okay,
Two
so the
hob-
two...
The silver
Oh.
ones are captains, and then the ones with the yellow background are goblins, or normal goblins.
Oh, I totally didn't even
Hobgoblins.
see the color background difference.
Yeah, it's
like, I don't
fine,
know
it's
what you're
fine.
saying. So he is going to use both his action and then his extra attack from Frenzy. He stares down both of them. You don't scare me. I've eaten your kind for breakfast. And he's going to attempt to, this one in front of him with the little red dot, he's pretty wounded.
Yes, and he's also the one that cut off the tail.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and to grapple the one below him then first.
Okay. Haha, you grapple him.
Nice.
You don't even have to roll. He rolled a 1. You grappled him.
Oh, great. Good, because I tried to open my sheet and it wouldn't actually let me click the roll button. So as I get a hold of him, he reaches his arm out and kind of twists his arm around him, and he's holding his assault shaker in his hand. He says, "I season for later." As he gets a big hold of him, and then he reaches behind with his opposite free hand and grabs a pin roller out and beats the one to the left with it.
Nice.
I love this. And just to
My
confirm, you're grappling the goblin, not the hobgoblin, not the hobgoblin captain, right?
The one on the bottom was the one I was grappling. I
Perfect.
forget which one you said was which.
Perfect. Nope, the one with the little achy back thing is grappled, and that's all that matters.
Okay, well, apparently my auto sheet thing is being dumb, so I'm just gonna have to roll manually.
Yeah, I don't mind if you guys roll manually.
Is that a crit? 'Cause that looks like a crit.
It
That's
is.
a
That looks like a
crit.
crit to me, my friend.
Whoa.
Yep.
I'm about to turn your skull into pure dough and make a pizza out of it.
Yeah, can we
Getting
get some
bricked by brick.
bless RNG in the chat, please?
Did I roll that wrong? Oh yeah, I just typed it in.
you did S instead of D.
Oh, getting bricked by brick. I like that.
That's pretty awesome.
It's Critmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh my god.
Looks like I rolled 7
All right. He has...
as I bludgeon his skull in with my rolling pin.
Is this the one on top or one on bottom?
The top one. I grappled the one on the bottom.
Nice, nice. Yeah, what's so funny is that he was like really terrified of the one behind him, the version of you that's behind him that you don't see but he sees. And then he turned around and then you were there with a rolling pin and you just went whack on it and just cracked his nose.
That's how Brick rolls. So he's gonna use his remaining his movement to drag the grappled guy away from his allies.
Okay. Okay.
So I do have half movement because I'm grappling, so I can only move 15 feet. But I'm gonna move him. I'm gonna move to there and take him with me and put him in the square to the right of me, on the opposite side.
Right. Okay.
And he says, "Your friend," as he licks he licks the what's remaining off of his rolling pin from the hobgoblin. Says, just like Daddy used to make." And that's the end of Brick's turn.
Amazing. Dak, after seeing that wonderful masterpiece in front of you, this hobgoblin captain is looking pretty damn hurt, the one that cut off the tail.
So Dak is annoyed. And he is actually going to set his stone bow on the ground and pull out the warhammer his father gave him.
Nice. That's getting personal.
As he goes to attempt to carve in the head of the captain. Everybody's rolling great tonight.
With love.
So we'll flurry of blows one more time.
There we go.
18 hit.
Yes. Just hits.
Oof.
8 bludgeoning.
All right. Wait, let's get this guy. Okay, because it's the hobgoblin captain and not like one of the cronies. How do you kill him? This is what I do with like the big monsters. How do you kill him?
As Dak will swing with his hammer and he will kind of lean back out of the way. Dak will use the force of the swing to propel him and kick out with his foot, catching him in the side of his neck, snapping it.
Bro. Terrifying. All right, hobgoblin captain.
And I have one more attack.
Oh, you have one more attack? All right, go for it.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys got that handled. I will use my second unarmed strike. 25
Ooh, nice.
hits for 9 bludgeoning.
Nice, nice, nice. Nice, nice, nice.
Nice.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, that is it.
Great. That hobgoblin captain was originally going to attack Badru, but you just hit him and he's really mad at you. So, does the 21 hit you?
It does.
You take 8 points of piercing damage.
Neat.
Did somebody say meat?
Does a
No.
19 hit you?
19 does hit me.
You take 9 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
So I love this idea that like you just come over and you like whack 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 him in the face and he just looks at you and is like slash slash, like just like immediate like pissed off angry slashing.
Please, sir, may I have another?
Kai, what do you do?
So the phantasmal force that was on this one obviously goes away. And so Kai is going to focus on this Mamma Jamma. And he reaches out his hand and says, "Freeze," and like starts to squeeze and casts Chill Touch.
Yes.
Why is that not where I thought it was? There we go.
Oh!
Dude, what are the
Critics.
Roll20 gods doing? They're just fucking over Jack
Wish
and giving
you a
everyone
Merry
else Christmas.
Wish you a Merry Christmas.
So does a 26 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right,
Oh yeah,
sir.
bless D20s in chat, please. By the way.
So that's going to be our. Let's see. Boop. So that is 11 necrotic damage.
Gross.
And will not roll.
I love the idea that not only is he within an inch of his life, but also like.
Oh, come on. Sorry. That's the psychic damage from the phantasmal force, that extra d6,
Oh.
which was 1.
He literally has 1 hit point left.
But well, wait, hold on. Crits on spell. Follow me through on this. Crits on spells. I'm not doubling damage on that, right? Like it just hit.
Only
It
if it's
rolls
an
a
attack
double
roll.
damage.
Yeah, you do double damage on spells as well.
Okay,
No,
I didn't roll both damage dice.
I rule it that
that's weird. It should've already automatically did
anytime
it.
you do a natural 20 and then you roll damage
Yeah.
dice, it doesn't matter whether it's spell or melee or whatever. Anytime you do,
Right, fair enough.
yeah. So
All right, yeah. So I am fairly. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah, the second time, it rolled another attack. I don't think it rolled damage either time, actually.
oh, that's funny. Okay,
Am I missing something?
No,
All right,
no.
sorry about that. It's gonna be roll 2d8. Oh, for the love of! All right, so it was only 4. So it was only 4 damage. But I am going to spend a sorcery point and re-roll one of those 2.
Yeah, I would.
I'm gonna re-roll the 1.
Mm-hmm.
Using maximize spell, or not maximize spell, empowered spell. That's better. So that's
Hey.
so that's 10. So that's 10 necrotic damage and then 1 psychic damage. And so as I reach out and do one of these, the phantasmal brick grabs him by the throat.
Ew, that's amazing.
And just yeah.
Nice.
I approve.
Nice. I love it.
Also, Dominic, a
Yes.
quick thing. So the way Roll20 seats are set up, after you hit with attack, you can just click on the name of your attack, and then it'll roll the dice.
Oh wait, click on the name of the attack right under it.
Yeah, like in the chat. Yeah, it's silly.
All right. I'll do that next time.
All right, Brooke, it is your turn.
Did this? So, this fella down here by Badru is still kicking.
Oh yeah, he's
He's
still
in rough
kicking,
shape.
but he's half necrosis now.
Okay. Brooke is, just in full panic mode, and is gonna just drop his weapons and try to grapple this thing so it stops attacking his companions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and roll a challenge. So I think I'm rolling athletics for this. I've crit failed, but it's okay because I'm a halfling. I'm really glad that I made that decision.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah, there
That's
you
a
go.
lot more like it. There we
Okay,
go.
What do I need to do?
It is athletics or acrobatics.
Ah, shit. 10. So no.
A 10? He's done something.
Yeah.
Brooke finally did something.
Cool. And then I believe I'm able to move and bring this guy with me. Is that right?
Oh, you have him grappled? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Half movement usually
Half
when
movement,
you're grappling
but
something.
you can bring him with you.
What's that?
It's half movement.
It's half movement when
Half
you're
movement,
grappling.
Okay. I don't have a lot of movement as is. Okay. Am I able to bring him around to like the far side of me from where he is now, like the opposite corner?
Generally, you can move them within your reach.
In your threat range.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, okay, I'm grabbing him, I'm just spinning, getting him away from Badru and Dak.
Mm-hmm. Does the Phantasmal Force follow him?
That's a
Dominic?
good question.
Dominic, does the phantasmal force follow him if he's moving?
Yes.
Huge. Yeah.
So far that I'm aware, it will continue to affect him.
You're right.
Cool. Yeah. Brooke is just trying to make sure that none of the guys keep getting slugged by this thing, so that's his move.
That's it. You good?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I've got.
All right. Badru, make a death saving throw.
Oh man, okay. I did not think I would be making death saving throws so early in the campaign, but here we are.
You might not be making it for too
14.
much longer.
All right, that's 2 successes.
Hey.
Dude,
Mordecai?
I didn't realize I didn't try ask about potions. That was part of my whole character build, was to use my frenzy to fight and hold stuff and then heal people with potions, and I forgot to ask about it. Brick is going to get potions. He'll make them if he has to.
Brick is eating potions.
Very good.
All right, Mordecai.
So seeing that the situation's pretty much under control, Mordecai's gonna saunter on over to Badru and I would assume do a medicine check to try to at least stabilize him,
Absolutely.
if that works for you. Did I do it right? Wow.
Oh no!
And you murder him.
Like you poked me right in the wound. Oh!
Nice.
In the eye. Just, is this better or worse?
Oh no.
God.
It's worse.
I could plug up the hole, maybe.
All right, the hobgoblin. The hobgoblin is going to do a contested strength check to try to get out of the grapple, of course.
Mm-hmm.
He rolled
Well,
a 6.
okay.
Never mind.
Do I roll just straight strength for this?
Oh
I don't
no,
remember.
you have a hobgoblin captain. Brick has a hobgoblin.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, so I have to. That's the one I got, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
So I'm supposed to roll.
you have a 5. You have a 20 in strength, right?
No, I have a 18, but I have a +6 in strength.
Yeah, I rolled a 6. So go ahead and roll.
Yeah, sure. Let's say my bare minimum modifier is more than that.
Oh my god!
Ooh. So do you just
Whoa.
like pile drive him after he tries to get
Yeah, my image is like he tries to get out, and Brick just goes boom, like up and down. Amazing.
Brick looks at him. He says, "Nothing escapes my grasp when I want it enough." Then he licks his lips, and his teeth go over his bottom big giant fangs, looking at him all like a delicious meal.
Unfortunate.
You've been bricked. You have been bricked, sir.
You've been bricked.
Okay. Speaking of being bricked, Brick, it's your turn.
Brick is going to use his bonus action from the frenzy to knock this guy prone with the shove action, which is another contested check. And since I'm raging, I still have advantage.
I rolled a 7.
Look at that.
You win.
So as he's holding him by the throat, he says, "I have fought your kind before, and I have to say, the ears are my favorite part." And then he smashes his head into the ground. And and there's still one left, right? This other one down here with the muscle arms.
Does that do damage?
No, it doesn't. But I pin him to the ground. So what that means is all melee attacks against him have advantage, and all his melee attacks have disadvantage.
Oh, I think
And
He
this
has
guy
to
has.
take an action to stand up, right?
Yes, but you can't stand up if you have a movement of 0, which is what grapple does. So he has to break the grapple before he can get up.
Nice.
This guy, his hit points got deleted, but I'm pretty sure this guy had 1 hit point.
That's okay. You can give him extra hit points. Brick likes the challenge.
But that
So,
guy? Yeah, he's in rough shape.
So what Brick is going to do is drag the guy whose face is shoved into the mud behind him so he can come up behind this other guy. And go ahead and I don't know how do I make the little thing. Can you put him in the empty spot to the 11 o'clock square, so he's still behind other people? And kitty corner. There we go. And then he's going to kind of just appear behind this guy as he's holding one of the goblins in by the throat, and he kind of just appears up behind him, and he says, "Peekaboo, I see you," and then is gonna not club him, sorry. He pulls out his massive kitchen knife and is going to try to cleave off his head.
Nice.
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 Not exactly like a head of lettuce, but it'll come off all the same.
It's about the same.
And I make an attack with my chef's knife.
Great.
Says chef's knife.
That absolutely hits. It does say chef knife. That's amazing.
I love it.
That hits. Oops, you rolled the same. You
Okay,
rolled
so
the attack twice.
they keep rolling twice. Why is that?
You have to
'Cause it
click.
just-
It's
for
automatically
advantage.
set. Yeah, it's set to roll for whether you have advantage or disadvantage, and you just pick pick whichever one is.
Oh, well, that's terrible.
But
You
to
can
do
turn it off.
but to do your damage, you just click on the word chef's knife.
Yeah,
That's under the roll you just made.
Mm-hmm.
in the
That's the
chat.
mistake. I was making.
Oh,
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, why don't you describe to us how Brick chops his head clean off?
oh, I've got this.
Oh dear.
Fuck. Oh fuck.
We getting an aid?
Brick turns. You hear a grisly snick as his chop lands with a butcher chop cleaving his way to victory. As the head tumbles and almost out of routine, he pulls open a pack and the head drops in.
Wow.
He says, "Where I come from, we don't like undead rising. And the only way to ensure they do not come back is to remove the head." So, was that the last guy?
You are currently grappling a guy with 1 hit point.
No. He turns and snarls at him. He's like, "Don't worry. You're next, my friend."
I think Brooke lets out a terrified squeal as this axe swings just over the top of his head.
Brilliant.
Terrified. It's terrified. All right, Dak. There's one hobgoblin left, and he has 1 hit point.
Yep. Dak
Sneeze
is
at him.
going to punch him.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Classic. Bless
Jesus.
RNG in chat. Bless in chat.
I mean, all
More
right.
D20. More nat 20s.
It's good. It's fine. He will say, and Doc will punch him incredibly hard in the chest as he responds, like, Dwarven Vow, number 17. The path of evil only leads to destruction.
I love it.
And I didn't even have to remind you that you had advantage on that.
Was
I
not
love it.
necessary.
Clearly.
That's awesome.
The other lizard folk that are there, as soon as the threat is cleared, they run over to the lizard folk that has just died, and you also have Bardru on the floor. Speaking of which, Bardru, make me a death saving throw, please.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody do a medicine check or no?
Yeah,
Rolled
and
it.
he
Rolled it.
Roll
Roll
a
it.
none.
Oh,
Sure
that's right.
did.
So,
All right,
15.
so
Boom.
Bardru stabilizes himself.
while they're all...
Eyes. Did we win?
And then go back out.
Indeed.
So, as you wake up, you look over and you guys notice Brick is running to each of the corpses. He says, "We don't want undead," and starts removing the heads of the dead.
I think Brooke's first instinct is to run over to the lizard folk.
Vomit.
He's just like,
Yes,
I'm
also.
sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Dak will say, "I am sorry, we cannot have done more."
You know, the lizard folk are crying over, you know, the dead body. And it's weird because, like, a lot of times you don't see lizard folk emote very much, but this is one of those moments where they are just allowing themselves to emote. It just seems like this should not have happened. Like, there should have been a guard, there should have been someone, and I think that is what they're saying in Draconic, is like, like, they're just thankful that and that they'll turn around to you guys eventually and say, like, thank you for, in Draconic, because I don't speak Common, for, like, keeping them alive and making sure that not all of them died. They can't believe that they were doing that. They've never seen hobgoblins go that far, you know, things like that.
Dak will say, who was responded in Draconic, I understand. I am sorry. Do you normally have guardsmen, people to help you?
No, not normally, but I wish we did. I wish they would patrol out this far. They have an army. What's the use of an army if they just sit in the walls of a city?
Dak, what are they saying? What?
Oh, so, I was asking, they have no, help here normally. I was asking about guardsmen, but apparently the army does not travel this far out. That is disturbing to hear.
But to be fair, we don't normally need help, but for some reason, these hobgoblins and goblins have been relentless. We even saw an ogre up the mountainside. I don't understand
Not our problem.
what is going on, but they are getting worse, and the army is not doing anything.
You have my word. I will do my best to help with this hobgoblin problem. We have already promised to help a citizen of...
Yow.
Was it Yule?
Yeah. Yow.
Yao.
Yow.
A citizen of Yao who was accosted by hobgoblins. We will ensure something like this can't happen again anytime soon.
Thank you.
You're saying that in Draconic, not in Common, right?
Yes, this is all in
Oh,
Draconic.
good.
The city folk don't care about the farmers, they just want our food.
Food? I can help with this thing, I think.
I'd like to think that Brick knows the word for food in every language.
Absolutely.
I'm totally okay with this.
It's uniform.
Headcanon
Universal.
accepted.
Boom.
Canon accepted. But then they start dragging the dead lizard folk's body out of the water of the rice paddies and start like bringing it over because they're gonna like do burial stuff and stuff.
There's one last lizard tail to be found.
It was thrown at you.
Yeah, Brick might have stuffed it away.
Okay.
There will be words to be had if Dax sees Brick eat that.
Oh.
Elton
Mordecai's
Mom-
already like starting to slowly make his way back to the carriage.
My goodness.
Yeah,
I
you
think
see
Brooke is gonna head
Leo.
over to Badru.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
Yes, I am sorry about that. I was supposed to be protecting you, and here you are protecting me. I very much
Well, I mean,
appreciate that.
I don't know how much protecting I did. You were unconscious for the last minute or two.
Yes, well,
These hobgoblins were
what did I miss?
very aggressive.
Ugh, that is most unfortunate. Did we lose anyone?
One of the lizard folk unfortunately passed away.
I will hold my lute to me, and I will say a quick prayer in Celestial to Kojin.
A good prayer.
As
Brick looks over at Badru and he says, "My friend, I make you stew while we ride. It'll make you feel better. Full stomach, tastes really good. In stomach, hot in mind. I get that for you soon."
I will not deny the stew. That sounds excellent right now. Thank you.
Are you going to build a fire in the wagon?
"No, I do not need this. I have stew in bucket." Or bucket.
Bucket.
okay, that
Bucket
like,
stew.
but like imagine a 5-gallon bucket
In
of
flasks.
stew.
In flasks.
Yes. Dak also would like to look over the hobgoblins. Is there anything like a map or instructions on them? A place where they might have come from?
Kai's going to shake him down. He's going to search the bodies.
I was just gonna say it's the first
Yeah.
group that didn't just do that right away.
I know.
Well, you know, there was a dead.
That's
We were being sensitive, but like I'm
Yeah.
shaking these bodies down.
bro. That's how you know you have a good group is whenever if somebody dies, they pay attention to them dying and not the loot. Yeah. So you
Being kind.
you find 20 gold. Let me give you
Ooh.
this. 20 gold, 7 silver, and 13 copper.
Can we buy
Now
potions
the-
with
now
that?
Y'all gonna have a
Now that the
conversation.
adrenaline is worn off, Brooke is now vomiting. By the way,
Vomiting at this straight up.
he is. The adrenaline's gone now, and he's just heaving.
Badru, in his
Um,
weakened, in my weakened state, I will just like gently rub at his back. There.
You
will
also
be fine.
find. Oh, sorry. You also find an assortment of items that seem to have been stolen or ransacked from places. Surprisingly enough, you find a whistle. In the shape of a displacer beast. That's an interesting item.
Yeah?
Don't know what that is, but there's a whistle in the shape of a
Don't
displacer beast.
Blow that whistle until we know what it does.
Do you know what it does, Magic Man? Or
Not my area of expertise.
Kai? I'll take a look at it on the ride.
Yeah, sure. Give me an
what
Arcana
I can
check, and
discern.
do you have to do an Arcana check in roll 20?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool. Okay. Pondering
Give me-
ideas.
Give me a second because it's not open. It's failing.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. No problem.
There we go.
And so, yeah, you have no idea what this is apparently. You've heard of people making whistles, but there are whistles to like call a specific animal. There's whistles to call any one of those animals. Like there's a lot of whistles, but it's
Oh, I was just gonna cast Identify once we started moving.
Oh, okay, cool. It is a displacer whistle, and it calls if there are any displacer beasts within 50 miles of you. It calls them to you.
50? 50?
50.
And okay, hold on. Are they friendly or are they just wild displacer beasts?
Important distinction.
They
Yes.
are curious. They're not aggressive immediately because the whistle isn't an aggressive thing. It's more like a dog whistle where they come because they're interested. Or
Brick
a cat
walks
whistle whenever
walks
they want
over
attention.
and sees Mordecai playing with this. He says, "That is very interesting tool you have. What does it do?"
And then I just explained it to him. Like I figured as soon as I figured out what it did, I just told whoever cared.
Ah, I have not
Okay.
had displacer yet. I bet its meat is tender and juicy.
You know, I have always wanted to displace a beast as a pet. That
I
could be
know,
fun.
right? My dad said I couldn't have one as a pet.
Yes, because they're very dangerous.
I
No, this is the
displace
same
a
thing
beast.
my
What-
father told me.
Just like
is-
I'm just doing this, like. No.
Also, is there anything else noteworthy in the stolen stuff or any sort of
The
map or
only
anything?
thing that confuses you is that all of the hobgoblins had some sort of fanciful jester hat
On or with them?
with them.
That's
And of
curious.
note, none of them were wearing like helmets or hats or anything. But all of them did have these little jester hats with them.
Interesting.
Strange.
I
Yeah,
will,
like
Dak,
that. Yeah,
Dak
like-
will
yeah,
pocket
yeah.
one of them.
100%.
And he will also take one of their long swords.
Cool. Okay, wait, I love this. I like the idea that you walk back to the cart with a great sword, because they had great swords, and Liu looks at you, because the great sword. By chance, where did you get that great sword?
He killed it off of. So, I actually would have grabbed a long sword. I'll grab a long sword and a great sword.
Okay.
But yes.
How many were there?
There were. Was it 5? 5 of them?
Yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah, there are 5 of them.
Here's
2, 3, 4.
I cannot
Yeah,
carry
5.
that. He's like, I cannot carry that much, sadly.
Were those yours?
No, but they could be. I mean,
Perhaps
Why?
replace some of your lost stock.
exactly.
Well, how
That
about
sounds like a
this?
good plan.
How about this? Dak will give, because remember correctly, the captains had great swords and the hobgoblins had long swords. Cool. Dak will give 2 of the long swords to the lizard folk as means of protecting themselves. He'll keep 1 long sword for himself and give the 2 to, and he will offer to sell them to the
To Liu?
Liu. Yes.
Do you understand how much money I have lost today?
I think a better idea would be to show our goodwill to this man and to give them to him in offering.
That makes sense.
Particularly if we want him to aid us in our quest.
That makes sense. Dak will offer it. We'll just give him the great swords. Well, sorry. He will offer to carry the great swords with him into town.
You're a
and then
little
hand
frail
the great
old
swords
man.
to his son.
That's so funny. Yeah, so he happily accepts the great swords.
Mhm.
And,
I have not forgotten you promised to sharpen my blades, huh?
Yes, I think that sounds fair to me.
Ha! And they say all airsick lowlanders are sick.
What are you even talking about?
Why would
I
they
have
be
no idea.
It is okay. You haven't had a fresh battle stew for a while. It'll make sense when I clear out the thick hair.
I do not believe you.
And
So are we, is this
Yeah.
travel gonna be like a short rest or anything like that, or?
Yeah, this travel will definitely be a short rest.
Brick offers his stew to everyone. Anybody that recovers hit points gets to roll an extra d6.
Nice.
Let me double check that.
I didn't spend any
An
hit
extra-
points.
An extra d8.
Ooh.
Huge.
All right, so let's see what is for the first one.
Oh yeah, for the people who I told that I was gonna do gritty realism, I'm not doing gritty realism.
Who said that?
I literally
no.
mentioned I think that to me.
I only mentioned it to Lion, but I thought I was gonna do gritty realism, but I decided against it.
That's good news for the guy that took the feature that causes exhaustion when he's done with it.
Yeah, that's the reason why actually was Brick. Brick was the reason why I decided not to do gritty realism. Look at my cat. Do you see it? Do you see this? Look at my cat.
Your
Hey,
cat's
Adorable.
adorable.
So, as you go across and meander across the great amounts of rice paddies, you see lots of walks of life. Lizard folk, halflings. You see dragonborn, lots of dragonborn. But at the end of the day, the most interesting part is that it seems to be very crowded, and the rice paddies go all the way up until the wall of the city of Yao itself. As you enter the city of Yao, you see that normally you have to pay some sort of a fee or to get into the city. There seems to be some kind of a thing to get into the city, but Liu says, "Let me sit in the front."
So Dak will switch.
Excellent. I'll move because I'd been sitting up front, so Kai will clamber his way into the back and let Liu get up front. He'll help Liu into the front if need be, with his rheumatus.
And Baju will be sipping on his stew from his bowl. Ah, Kai, how was it up there?
Just a different view.
First
I
thing.
hope you're feeling better.
Sorry.
I am. Oddly enough, this stew is very delicious. Thank you, Brick.
No problem. I got you covered, my friend.
Does the turtle shell add to flavor?
Well, I could not reveal my secrets, for then I would have to kill you. And he kind of smiles and chuckles.
I do not want to die, so you may keep your secrets.
I'll put it to you this way. Do you think he cleans that thing out between batches?
Oh, you season it like a cast iron skillet.
Yeah, it's a cast iron skillet.
Yeah.
This man clearly knows.
I look at my bowl very curiously. I shrug.
Every meal adds flavor to the next meal.
There we go.
It is very good.
So
we have
hear
to
some
introduce you to my father.
presentations on this.
I'm
I'm
cool
sorry.
with this, I think.
Did you say something to me? My cat was clawing me to not let me stop petting him. What?
How dare you?
I would suggest that we cast prestidigitation to clean the mall / walk.
You do not touch my things, I think. Or being Irsig Lowlander will be the least of your problems.
No,
So-
I do not want to lose the flavor of this. This is very nice. Brick, I must introduce, if we ever go to my father's inn, I must introduce you to him. He would love this.
What is
And
your father's name?
His name is Bilal.
Can you spell that for me?
Bilal.
I'm excited to meet him. So can I smell? Brick is gonna take a big whiff of the air, and he's looking to see if he can get a whiff of any scents or anything that might indicate, fresh meals that he can immediately judge.
Fresh meals like immediately judge. You know what? I'm so glad you asked this. Why don't you go
good.
ahead and roll me a perception check? Because this is one of those little things about Yao. No, you don't smell anything. Damn
Nice.
it. No, you don't smell anything.
The blood I'm covered in is.
Yeah, you probably
he goes.
smell blood.
Yeah.
I can't. I want to smell sweet deliciousness, but all I can smell is this sweet deliciousness on my body. I have to get cleaned up. Wait.
And the head in your bag.
You put the head in
Which
your bag.
one?
There are multiple heads in your bag.
Well, we need to revisit that one
He
later.
pulls out his cup. Yes, a tiny head.
Oh,
Oh, you mean those? Okay.
oh, that's so. Also, since we have a moment, Dak will hand the box containing the tortoise to Brooke.
All he ever wanted,
Ah,
like a child with a
Brooke is
puppy.
his entire character goals just complete.
Yeah, we're gonna go
My
on.
arc is
story arc.
complete. I'm gonna be retiring this character to safety.
We will kill this character off as well.
Wait,
Yes.
what?
For people who don't know, Jack is in my home game, and we kill this character. So that's what I'm referencing. So
Yes.
we'll just
I
kill this
really
one.
don't want Brooke to die.
I don't either.
You proved yourself as when you leapt to your defense, and I forgot for a moment that Dwarven vow number 14. Even a small star shines in the darkness.
that's
I mean, he
like
did grapple
my
a
grandfather
hobgoblin
would say.
3 times the size. That was pretty impressive.
I have a feeling that these dwarven things are just. This is gonna be a thing, and I'm just like, okay.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm excited and I'm also hated at the same time. You know what I mean?
I'm waiting to run into another dwarf that offers you a vow you didn't know.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna write that down.
Yes.
So as this
Or
little.
he gives you a numbered vow, and it's not the numbered vow that you know.
Oh my
no.
god.
There is only 100. He's making this up.
So as you guys are having this little banter and approaching the gate, the gatekeeper sees Liu and sees all of you like covered in blood and looks back at Liu, and Liu just looks at it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And he's like, should I inform your son? And then he was like, no, it will be fine. We just helped some. And he goes, sir, the breath of the dragon is going to want to know what happened to his father.
I'm sorry, the who of the what?
He's got some
You have
pull.
dragon in town?
And the dragonborn guard, he's like a green dragonborn. He like looks at you guys and says, the breath of the dragon.
We're from
Oh.
out of town.
You're all foreigners. The breath of the dragon would be equivalent to a baron, I believe? The leader of the city. He rules this city.
Oh, like the mayor. Wow.
Your son is
really cool.
royalty.
Yes. Yes.
That's really cool.
That is good to know.
Does that make you royal, I think?
I am just a simple salesman.
I do not believe you, I think.
Yes.
I've
this is
never
like
seen anything but simple.
Politics. Yeah. He was a blacksmith. His kid is a mayor.
No,
Yeah, totally makes sense.
not royalty.
I am glad we met you. You know, my grandfather said that a tea with a fascinating stranger is one of life's true delights. And I knew from the moment we met you that you were fascinating.
You know, I believe that a believer of Quogen would say that. Come,
Ah.
let's go to my shop. And you head in
Excellent.
to this city, and what you are greeted with is the most grandiose, but not the most grandiose. Tongsu is much grander, but quite a beautiful city. The architecture is all Chinese. The roofs are ruby red with green jade dragons perched on the sides. The entire city is a semicircle, and then the back half of the city is actually inside of the mountain before it goes into the mountain pass. And not only all of that, but the entirety of this place is centered around an enormous fountain of a black dragon. And there's the water is pouring out of the black dragon's mouth. And you can very clearly see by the horns and the architecture that it's a black dragon.
My word.
This is whenever I will stop and note some lore. Hello everyone. Dragons don't exist in my world. Once upon a time, after the people of Earth, Wind, Water, and Fire existed and then were suddenly extinct for some reason. There are no Genasi. Well, there are Genasi, but they're homebrewed Genasi. Whenever they became extinct for some reason, the next time that the gods tried, they made the people of sea, the people of land, and the people of air. And the people of sea were the Triton. The people of land are my homebrew race that is my child, and I'm scared to publish, the Buijara. And air are the dragons. All of these people were set to live way longer than an average person, like even longer than elves. And whenever the elves, humans, halflings, and gnomes were introduced into the land, the dragons got greedy. Well, that meant the chromatic dragons got greedy and had to they enslaved everyone. And then the metallic dragons did nothing. And then the chromatic dragons began to say that they are gods and that they could be greater than the gods. And so they decided to kill the gods. And as they were climbing Mount Tankian, the holy mountain, in order to get up to where the gods are, because it is said that at the top of Mount Tankian is the celestial plane, the gods killed the dragons that were planning this, and as a punishment for the rest of the dragons that let this happen, they turned them all into the thing that they hated the most, mortals, and thus the Dragonborn.
Dude, they messed up.
Yeah. So dragons do exist, but they're forever cursed to be the Dragonborn now, because they are cursed to be mortals. Because they hate mortals.
Can I just say that's way cooler than any Forgotten Realms lore on Dragonborn?
Thank you! Thank you so much! I worked so hard on that. So... What was I saying? Oh, so this big black... So what ended up happening is that they ended up being nomads for a really long time. And they ended up having a week of repentance. And then they were considered actual citizens of the material plane and stuff. And that's kind of how that happened. But yeah, yeah, that was so this black dragon is like probably an homage to like the ruling royal family instead of like an actual black dragon. You know what I'm saying? Like this isn't an actual black dragon, it's just like a representation of a dragon. You know what I'm saying?
Sort of. No, I got you.
You know what you're putting down.
And I think on that magical, wonderful note, that is the perfect place to end. Because it is 9 o'clock, which is a fantastic time to end. 2.5 hours. We might extend it to 3 hours. It really depends on what the pacing is. But I feel like this pacing was really good. So.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you just have a really good stopping point. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I forgot what I made the commands, but thank you guys so much for coming, and thank you everyone who stayed. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed. I seriously hope you enjoyed.
Is now when you want to know how many people we're in?
Sure.
Later.
Sure. How many?
There have been 85 to 90 viewers the whole time.
Woo!
Ooh. Cheers.
That's so awesome.
A raging success.
Nice.
Yes, absolutely. So if you guys want to watch the VODs, if you guys want to watch the VODs, this is where the VODs will be. All of the music of tonight was by, Bart. I'm putting, was by Bardley, which is an awesome company that I work with. Oh, yes, before you leave, well, I mean, I'll just put 90 candles so that, because I forgot about the poll. But now we have the command show end. Ta-da! So if you guys want any of their links, if you want any of my links, if you want to know about the show or see the updated candle count, you can check out there. Thank you all so much for coming. I appreciate. 100 viewers at one point. Oh boy, I'm gonna go back and check the analytics.
Don't obsess. Don't obsess.
No, I'm not gonna obsess. I never obsess, but like I just have to be very careful.
I know what you mean.
But thanks guys. I fucking appreciate it. And we're not gonna be next Friday, though next Friday I will be streaming. Thank you for the biddies. I can finally say that. Thank you everyone for the biddies and the fucking subs and the follows and the donations. By the way, donations get split between the cast, so like it helps everyone out. It's a really good way to help everyone out, and it counts as a bunch of candles. So,
which doesn't really help us out. So mixed feelings. Mixed feelings.
And most importantly,
ever do the poll?
I forgot to do the poll. I can do the poll right now. How about we'll do the poll right now.
Nice.
Poll. I was here. Oh, this is how I count how many people were here. Hello.
I feel like I'm not going to want to answer this poll.
Oh dear. You get paid, but we also get to be a nuisance.
I mean, it's the best of both worlds, honestly.
Yeah.
All the worst of both?
It's the worst of the best of both worlds.
So
Did this show up somewhere?
So if you want your...
Oh, there it is. It's up at the top.
If you want your viewage to count towards a candle, go ahead and pick any one of the things in this poll. Pick any of them. All of them are just counting towards... All of them are just counting towards the candles. So if you don't want your viewage to count towards the candles... but if you do want your viewage to count towards candles to the god, and thank you to all of you guys for not metagaming. I appreciate that. And not being like, oh, we're giving a gift. No, we're not. I literally was like, if I have to say don't metagame, I'm gonna lose it.
I mean, I think some of us are really suspicious.
Oh yeah,
Like,
gift.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't know what this is gonna do.
Right.
Yeah, like even out of game, like I'm not sure what this not gift is gonna do.
Yeah.
But I know we're getting played.
This definitely won't.
Chiron is real sure we're getting played.
Why are y'all so cynical? Mandy honestly just helped us out. She gave me a job out of like the goodness of her heart. Like, I don't know why everyone's so suspicious. She seems like a perfectly nice lady.
I do not know that there is much in the way of goodness in that
I
house.
am nice. You are nice, Mandy.
Alex reassuring her characters in her own.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the
Thank
person
you.
that Mandy is named after is in chat. That's why. I don't know.
Mandy.
Oh, hi.
I think that was the wrong girl. I think you were looking for Sandy.
No, that's close enough.
Sandy.
And before we get out of here or anything like that, I did want to say a special thank you not just to the viewers, but to Alex for putting all this together for us. And
Yes,
absolutely.
Alex is a rock star. And we've been talking about this game and trying to get it set up for what, 2.5 months now?
Yeah.
I think
Something
you
like
started
that,
putting this together.
Yeah.
So it's been there's been a lot of excitement on our end. So yeah, we're all super duper thrilled. I'm sure I can speak for everyone, but
Absolutely.
yeah.
I don't want to cry. Stop. This is such a big deal to me. You guys have no idea how big of a deal this is to me. This is like, I've done 3 shows now, and all of them didn't go well, and not because of me, but because like people just didn't care about the right things, and like that's why I try to care so much, and so this is a big
I
deal.
think
You
everyone.
care and it shows, and that's a beautiful
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah, and I just want to say, I think you all brought your A game on the role play too. By the way, it was awesome. It was so much
Really
fun.
good stuff.
This is the first time I've ever played in the 5 years I've been playing where everybody's into the role playing.
Hell yeah.
Wait until things get really interesting.
And we're just getting started, baby.
By the way, the result, the Hobgoblin definitely pooped himself.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that was in question.
Yeah.
Okay. 23, 33, 35. Okay, so 35 candles. I will remember that.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
Oh boy.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go film my DM diaries. Which, by the way, you guys are not allowed to watch the DM diaries.
Of
The
course.
what?
not.
Yeah, you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to watch the DM diaries. But I'm gonna go film DM diaries. I love everyone. I love all of you. Let me just throw out everyone's links one more time.
Yeah.
Show M. Please go check these guys out. Please go give
Yeah.
them follows and stuff. And we'll catch you in 2 weeks.
Yep. I'm gonna take like a 10-minute break, and then I'm probably gonna go live on TikTok if people.
Yeah.
wanna come
Does
and hang out.
anyone want to? I should do this. Does anyone want to shout out anything they're doing in the next 2 weeks? Any Justin, do you want to talk about your upcoming podcast this Sunday?
Sure, I would love to. I am Justin Hamlin. I run the Crit Academy D&D discussion podcast, and this week we are talking about. I'm gonna need like 10 seconds so I get the show notes, so I get the title right.
Things and stuff.
I don't
Yes.
understand why you're not talking.
D&D.
I found it. Okay. We are talking about the Complete Armorer's Handbook, a fantastic product that's all about building your own runes and armor pieces with combining in magic and stuff. On top of that, every episode we bring you a new, what we call honor tips and tricks, which is an encounter idea, a monster variant, character concept, player tip, DM tip, magic item. We bring it all. So come join us. We record live every week at 7 p.m. EDT on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. So you can find us there at critacademy.com. Thank you.
Yeah. And if you want to hang out with me while I'm watching, because I watch live as well, I watch on Facebook. Or I don't watch on Facebook. What the fuck? I watch on Twitch. So if you see him
She's too
in the chat, just say like, "Hey, this is Crit Academy" in the chat, and follow him. And we can watch his stuff live together. Does anyone else have anything going on in the next 2 weeks that they want to like shout out?
I am Sphinx Akasha. As starting next week, my podcast, Agents of the Circle, goes live stream, and yeah, it's pretty exciting. We've partnered up with Twitch channel ADH Adventures, and it will be the beginning of our 4th season. But our
Sweet.
first season doing a live show. So yeah, it will be next Friday the 28th at 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. So I would love it if you all were to come out and support and hang out.
Oh my god, yes. And then Dominic, are you doing? Because I don't think Happy you do anything else besides TikTok, right?
Nope.
Yeah, and then Dominic, are you doing anything interesting in the next couple of weeks? 2 weeks?
I don't think I'm doing anything specific. But you know, I tend to be on live. I tend to be on TikTok live most nights, most weeknights, except Mondays. And you know, I'm just still trying to crank out the Arcane Help Desk videos on TikTok, and they're also getting posted over on YouTube and all the things. And yeah, that's really it for the moment, I think.
Those are brilliant, by the way. I enjoy every last one of those that come across my
Hell
desk.
yeah,
they're
I love
so
it.
fun.
I just saw the dog.
I know the dog is.
No.
Speaking
that's
of,
this is Alice.
I need to definitely take my dog to the bathroom. My dog is 13, guys.
Oh, so is Alice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, maybe they can play
It's
together
a
whenever I move up
stylish
there.
necklace.
Yep.
I need to get one of those.
Okay, I love you guys, and thank you so much for making this such a success. Oh my god, I actually, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I bought myself flowers. I bought
That's
bought
awesome.
myself flowers because I was like super fucking nervous, and I was like, I need
You
to do
deserve
something.
them.
And I have cake waiting for me to celebrate because this we wanted this to be a success. I was like banking on this being a success because if I don't, it's not gonna go well in my brain. So I'm gonna go eat cake.
Nice.
Nice.
Alex.
I love you guys.
None
I
for
love you
me.
guys.
Love you too.
And
See you guys next time.
We
Oh,
need
I
an
got my own
outro.
cake. I don't know about you guys.
I got my own cake. And I will be back live on Sunday where we are going to be making a D&D K-pop group.
I forgot you talked about doing.
Yeah, we're straight up gonna do
Wow.
it. We're making a D&D K-pop group. I want to so bad.
I saw your
All
Twitter.
right.
Look.
Good luck with that.
Look. Okay, we'll talk about it on Sunday. I love you. Bye.